Hi everyone, Kim here. Welcome to this week's live oracle card readings. How are you all? Welcome to spring. We are officially in spring or autumn for those in the northern hemisphere. Can you feel the turning, the shift? I've changed all of my altars in my house over to spring altars to reflect the energy change. I'm cleaning my windows. Obviously, I'm in preparation mode for my family to arrive, my son, his wife, and his two girls, which I'm super excited about, but also freshening up. I've recently purchased a new desk and changed the arrangement in my office. Are you feeling those energies too? And don't dismiss those energies. And it's not about cleaning. I'm not the biggest fan of domestic cleaning. However, I am a big fan of energetic clearing and cleansing. So if you're feeling that urge to do that, then please act upon that. It will have a significant effect on everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So noticing the shift in the seasons, noticing what you're being drawn to as far as lighter clothing or heavier clothing. If you're in the northern hemisphere, notice, take time to feel into your body and to your energetic field. And you don't have to be an expert in this. We all have been energy beings for a very long time, so you know way more than sometimes you give yourself credit for. But feel the subtleties of those shifts of energy and what is it calling for you to do. It might be to go and clean out that cupboard that you've been putting off for a long time, to free up some space for something new. And of course, it can be, showing up in your outer world in a much bigger way. Speaking up about something or taking a stand for yourself in something that you've been very inward about. And this doesn't mean it has to be confrontational, but it does mean that you get to practice your truth. Oops, I'm just given a little indication here. This is clearing, moving energy, anything that helps our energy to move. Whatever you feel drawn to, allow yourself to go with that. Beautiful. And allowing that to settle in. If it's right for you for a moment, just closing your eyes and allowing yourself just to check in. How are you? Have you been rushing around already this morning and you just need a moment to come back to self? Have you been finding it a little bit hard to get moving? No judgment, just noticing what's here for you today. What's coming up for you. I can feel excitement. I can feel that bubbling of excitement and right that sits very close to excitement is nervousness. Nervousness about, I haven't seen my son in the flesh for almost 3 years. Like, there's this edge there that's excited and unsure and all of that. So I'm sitting with all of that energy and, putting all my love into preparing the space. That's something that, having held space for such a long time, I know how important it is for us to feel loved and safe. It's my biggest priority in sitting with other people, is to ensure that feeling of safety. So, what's coming up for you? Please share in the comments. I'd love to hear, and then I'll go ahead and pull an overall card. Let's see if we've got... Good morning, Kirby. You are on my mind this morning. Do we need to have a conversation? Are you feeling a bit stretched? I know that you see a lot of women and you're holding the energy for a lot of women. Are you taking good care of yourself as well? Hey, Sharon, nice to see you. Hey, Beck. Yeah, it is exciting. It's beautifully exciting. All right, let's get on and pull an overall card, and then we'll get on and do some individuals. Okay. They're all jumping out. Let's just whew. That's probably my excitement. Okay, let's just hold space there. Beautiful. Again, if you feel that there's anybody that would benefit from being part of this group, please feel free to welcome them. Okay, extreme. So this is balance. Things are a little quieter for me this week. I'm doing some completion. I'm about to complete my Reiki teacher training this weekend. I've got a new client starting with me on my coaching program next week. So I'm relishing the time to feel into what might be appropriate for her. What is her energy asking of me in that program? My coaching program is not a one-size-fits-all by any means. It's absolutely connecting in with the energy of the individual person that has put their hand up to come and sit with me on a in a 6-week program. So balance, it doesn't mean there's something wrong. It's about the opportunity to take a breath, to have those quieter moments so that we can feel into what's the next step, or do we need to be working on something as opposed to in something. Or it could be the pendulum could be swinging the other way. Have you been super busy and you haven't had that rest time? Are you being called to a lot of things? So how are you managing that? Taking good care of yourself in that process, even if it's only moments that you can be finding. And if there's one thing that you can do, and it's only one thing because you're so busy, get your shoes and socks off and get your feet on the earth. I would say that would be the most important thing for us to do on a regular basis. Then of course you add in all the other important things: being in nature, meditating, journaling, having reflective time, receiving beautiful treatments and support from other people. You can add all of that on later. So balancing out the extremes is the overall card for all of us today. So Sharon said yes please, and Beck has also. I'm going to do a quick refresh here to see who else has jumped in. Pen, you are also on my mind this morning. Sharon saying, "Oh, Kim, that's so wonderful, preparing for your beautiful family. After such a long time and not seeing them." Yes. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning back to you. I'd love a card, of course. Hey, Regina. Lovely to see you. Let me just click that. Why is that not opening up? I'm going to presume that I'd like a card there. It's just not opening up, Regina. So, Julia, of course, lovely to see you. All right, let's get started and then keep popping them in as you feel, as you come on, if you'd like a card. Okay, so Sharon. Just having one, thank you. There we go. Pleasure. So immediately there's the superficial, kind of, not superficial as in to minimize, but the surface level, let's say it that way, of pleasure. But there's a deeper level to observe. What does that actually mean for you? And the way that we get to sit with these areas that come up are really having a deeper look at what does pleasure mean for you? And it could be observing yourself over a week and really noticing where and when and how you experience pleasure, because there's so many different ways. I mean, I can think off the top of my head with you, I know how much pleasure you get from spending time with your grandchildren. You've recently got a new puppy, and I know how much animals bring you pleasure. But there's a bit more deep diving in this for you to know. Know thyself is, one of the golden rules. So it is our work is, and especially when we're healers and light workers, is to, parents are also light workers, is to understand ourselves at a deeper and deeper level. So, over the last weeks, I have noticed in my dreams what is occurring is it's like all of this past stuff is energetically floating away from me. It's almost like, I've been observing and working with a lot of this stuff, and it's leaving my energy field. So that leaves space for more joy, more love, more pleasure. Pleasure is a form of love, right? So what does that mean for you? And be in observance of that. Okay. Alrighty, Beck. Felt like I was hurrying a little bit there, Beck, so maybe there's a little bit of got to get to the next thing going on for you. Acceptance. The messages that you are receiving when you're at the ocean, I know that you're enjoying the experience of being at the ocean, and you're sharing it, which is beautiful and part of your purpose. Yes, I get that. However, I just want to come back to you, and are you receiving the messages in those moments for yourself? At the end of my morning yoga practice, I've talked to you before about that. As I look out of the front windows of my house, where my office is and also where I practice yoga, there's this beautiful long corridor of gum trees. And when I complete my yoga practice, I sit and I look out at those trees. I give thanks for those trees. And I ask the trees, what is the message for the day? What is it that they're asking of me today? The message today was to stand strong in what I believe and what is coming through for me. Basically, back myself in my message, in what's coming through. So that message feels relevant for you as well, to make sure that you're honoring the messages, like deeply honoring the messages that are coming through for you. Penelope. Nourishment. As we change the seasons in our life phase, in our environment, all the things, and I feel like there is a change, a shift, something occurring for you in your life at the moment, or even, looking down the road of the paths and making a decision. But the important thing is to look at the focal point is the nourishment. What nourishes you? And again, sitting with this question, we can look at it on a lighter level, if you like, and we talk about, the foods. What do we consume? What do we need to shift there? That is going to nourish us, but also in our work, in our way of being, in the things that we do on a daily basis. We can only do things for a certain amount of time that are just to make ends meet. We have to start to honour the deeper calling in our soul. So that's what this card is about, the nourishment of your soul. You got this. Be brave. Take a step. Regina. Just had this beautiful visual of all of us sitting around a fire together, each mirroring back to each other the beauty of all that we bring into this world. How yummy. What have we got? Self-reflection. We've got the fullness of the moon there, so I'm being drawn to as I was shuffling the deck, Regina, I was thinking, or the words that were in my mind were another woman stepping out further into her truth and her offerings. So noticing, the emotions that do come up around that, and looking at those parts of ourselves that are nervous, that are a little shy, that are uncertain. Most healers carry with us the energy of the lineage of being persecuted at some point, in whether it was in our lives or in the collective energy, where healers and healers, let's say healers, which covers the whole gamut, were persecuted by the masculine, because we healers have always been about self-empowerment, right? So you can't control a group of people that know that they're individual and have choice over their lives. So we all do feel that energy. So honor that if that's what's coming up, or whatever the energy or the emotion is for you that has that edge, that nervousness. Just acknowledge it for yourself. I like to invite those in, like, yep, I understand. Yep, don't need to change anything. But I'm just allowing that part of me to show herself, that part that feels vulnerable, that part that is a little nervous or a little frightened even. And acknowledging that and holding hands with that part of ourselves. Beautiful. Julia. And then I'll do a refresh. Okay. Beauty. Some days it's okay to sit back and just breathe and focus on all the beauty, not having to do too much. The first two letters of beauty are B. Our ability to simply be. That's your message today. Can you allow yourself to simply be a little bit today? And I know you know how to do that, but today, this is today's message for you. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to do a refresh. And here we go. All right. Okay. Hi, Lisa Tinson. How are you? Yes, of course. You can have a card. Good morning, Tina. Did you get that link that I sent through for you? Good morning, Kim. Hope you are well. I am. Can I have a card? Absolutely. Beck, thank you, lovely. Yes, I'm definitely getting the messages from the ocean. Gorgeous. Hey, Gail, nice to see you. Of course, you can have a card. Barbara, hello, hello. Yes, you can have a card. Hi, Brooke. Nice to see you. And of course, you can have a card. Okay. Lisa Tinson. There we go. Release. Feels like this is somebody, someone that you're been holding onto the energy of something. It could be a past interaction that just has left you feeling a little jarred, or something that just didn't go the way that you thought it would. This is release. Hand it over. There's nothing more for you to do right now with it. Looping it around and holding it in your energy field is not serving either you or them. So releasing it. How can you do that? Is, for me, it's a matter of saying, okay, I'm now going to hand this over to my spirit team. Let the energy release from my body. Or I can also sit with that and acknowledge it if I've just been suppressing it and not allowing myself to feel it, and then let it go. Let it go. You can write it out. Make sure that everything that you feel that you want to say about the situation, you write it out and then burn it, bury it, dissolve it in water, rip it up, change its format in somehow, and notice the release that occurs for yourself. I hope that serves you. Tina. Just have a sip of my broth. Beautiful. Just one, please. Thank you. We've got release again. Your release is about overthinking. I feel like this is connected into a question recently that you were asking about and unsure about, and overthinking something isn't serving you. So I feel like I mentioned to you last week, make the decision, and then once you've made the decision, make it the right decision. When you've committed to something, move forward with it with all of your energy. Now, obviously, if you come up against something that you've made a decision on and you absolutely everything is telling you that it's not right, then that's a different scenario. But I don't feel like that's what's occurring here. I feel like self-doubt and self-sabotage is coming up in the form of self-doubt, not backing yourself. It's like, buyer's remorse. We buy something and then feel guilty about having spent the money, or, should I have done this, or should I? That's a form of, procrastination, where we're not backing ourselves and doubting ourselves. So making a statement out loud, I know that I've made the best decision with the tools that I have available to me right now, and I know the universe supports me in everything that I do. Can you feel the difference in the energy of that? When you remember that this is a co-creative process, that everything that you do, the universe is supporting you, even and especially in the challenging bits, because we need to find out who we truly are and what we're made of. So we all have different experiences around that. I hope that helps you, Tina. Alrighty, Gail. There's an expression coming through, the something is mightier than the sword. What is that expression? Is it the word is mightier than the sword? The word is mightier than the sword. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm a big fan of noticing words. In fact, if you ask my partner, he will tell you got to get your words right. I'm often pulling him up on saying, did you mean to use that word? Is that what you really mean? Words are powerful. I'm going to go with that because it feels like it's relevant for you, Gail. So words are powerful, and our words are, it's the images we're putting out into the universe that the universe is functioning on, but also our words. If we were to say over and over again, I'm the unluckiest person in the world, I'm the unluckiest person in the world, what is the reality that we are going to experience? Being the unluckiest person in the world, because that's the lens that we're looking at life through. Unlucky. So all these things, you won't get a car space, somebody will bump into you or in the car park, or you'll get the wrong suitcase delivered, or whatever it is. But when you change those words to the positive of what you want to bring into your life, and don't do that old thing that they say, fake it till you make it. I don't like fake in any way, shape or form, but feel into the truth of what you deeply desire and speak from that place, so that that's what you're bringing towards yourself, that the universe is going, oh, okay, that's what she really wants. She really wants the blue car, not the one that's all dinged up because she's concerned that's what she's going to attract. Does that make sense for you? I hope it does. I was being a little light-hearted, but words are powerful. What we speak, and also what's looping around in our heads, so making sure that we're being kind to ourselves. I'm just going to do a quick refresh, and then we're up to Barbara. Just want to see if anybody has said anything. Thank you so Lisa's saying, thank you so much. Yes, I am letting this go. Bless your heart. All power to you. Tina's saying, yes, I did, thank you. I'm moving house at the moment, so I have been super busy. I will try and find time at the end of the week. Oh, no pressure. Your timing for you. Julia says, thank you. Just going to be over here. Lovely, lovely. Nice place to be. Hi love, my Wi-Fi dropped out. Did I miss my card? Yes, indeed you did. You were third in this morning, so perhaps go back, and when you finish listening here, go back and listen to the beginning. Tina's saying, thank you, Kim. You keep telling me this, and I'm trying hard to do it. Okay, so even those words, you're being a little bit hard on yourself. You're doing great. Remember how far you've come. Look back at where you were a year ago, and you've improved so much. So you focus on the improvement that you're making. You're doing way better than you're giving yourself credit for, my love. All right, Barbara. Oh, there we go. Fruition. Something that you have been working on or putting your energy into is coming to fruition. If it's a project that you've been, considering in the background and working away quietly, it might not be that it's coming to a completion, but it's that the next step will be shown to you. Or it could be that a big opening is going to show itself to you so that you can move forward with this. This is exciting. This is really beautiful. I'm hoping that you know the project or the offering or what you've been working on. I get a sense of, I don't know, I'm seeing, it's like almost like I don't know, is it a hall, or is it a celebration or an event or something that you've been, putting energy into thinking about, and it's like, yep, beautiful, you're on the right path with this, keep moving forward. each door is opening up for you as you move along. Oh, that's nice. I'm intrigued as to what that is now. Brooke. Oh, there we go. Attraction. I feel like there's almost you've almost forgotten that you have a magic wand, meaning that you are the magnet. You have the ability to bring into your life that which you desire. So what is that for you? What are you looking, hoping for? Have you been so busy that you've forgotten that you are the co-creator of your life? So a reminder for you to, to get back out onto the path of creation, of remembering that you are your own little powerhouse, and you can create anything that you truly desire. It's beautiful to have dreams and goals, and for us, our big goal, or whatever, our main goal, there's so many goals, but our dream is to build our own home again. And we talk about it all the time. We have it on our vision board. We we watch shows like The Block and things like that help us to see ideas. And we don't watch the TV at the time of the TV, but we do live stream these when we want to watch them. So it gives us inspiration, it gives us ideas, so we keep the conversation going, we're keeping our dreams alive. I don't know when that's going to occur. I'm not even sure how, but that's not for me to figure out. For me, it's knowing this desire in my heart. And why is this so important for me? Well, for somebody that's had a lot of hardship around living circumstances, creating beautiful space is really important to me. I want to create my own sanctuary for my family, for my clients, and for my partner and myself, and for all my grandchildren to come to. That is just so important to me. So I know this will come about. I get to stay in the energy of the excitement and the creation of it. I hope that really helps you, Brooke, to remind you you do have a magic wand, even if you've had it in the cupboard for a while. Alrighty, let's do a quick refresh here and see if we've covered off on everybody today. If you're listening to the recording, please... Oh, hey, Mandy. Yes, of course. You can have a card. If you're listening to the recording, the one that touches you, the one that you feel energy on, that's the reading for today. Barbara's saying, I'm intrigued too, not sure what it is. Okay, well, let's see what comes. Maybe something's about to be offered to you or asked to you to organize something. Put your skills into good use there. Regina, so much love to you, Kim. Yes, I am stepping up. Good for you. No more numbers. Synchronicity of 9s. I have lots of 1s and 2s. New start, new beginnings. I had insecurities pop up this morning. I have done lots of study and healing this year. I am going to... Oh, come on, show me the rest of that. I want to see that. I'll have to read that comment. It's so naughty, these comments. It won't let me. It sounds amazing, and if you need a fan club, we're here for you. Please reach out, but I can feel the importance of your work, as I can feel the importance of everyone's work here. So good for you. All right, Mandy, I feel like I haven't seen you for a little while. Okay. Just the one, please. Thank you so much. There it is. Will. Mandy, engaging your will. Not to be stubborn and forceful, but to do and achieve the things that you're looking to achieve. So I just feel this little bit of back off the energy a little bit. Sit with the desired outcome. What are you looking to achieve in any situation? But there's one particular situation that's showing itself, and it feels like maybe you've been forcing. Feels like a too strong a word, but I'm using it to give you an indication of what I'm meaning. But pushing a little bit too much in a particular area. So it's just saying, just to come back a little bit, sit with it, what's the desired outcome. And it just feels like there might be just a slight movement of focus, a slightly different focus that will assist you to then move forward in flow state, not forcing, not pushing. That's old. We don't do that anymore. We set intention, we take the inspired action, we review, we reflect, we listen for the guidance that's coming forward for us, and we're never forcing. That's old, that's masculine. We do not want to be bringing that into the way that we are functioning. And don't worry, don't be hard on yourself. We're all conditioned to do it that way. So sit back a little bit, self-reflect, look at what is it that I'm really wanting to achieve here, and then move forward with an open heart and a gentle feminine energy. Gentle and powerful. Beautiful. Okay. Feels like we've come to a nice space. I've got a client coming for a past life Reiki session shortly. My love goes out to each and every one of you. If I can be of service, please let me know. I am sorry for the technical issues we had last week. Don't know what's going on there. I will continue to record a weekly video that I'll put up on my YouTube page. I'll definitely share it over here so that all of you have got access to it. And be gentle, be kind, and enjoy this change of season. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Lots of love, everyone. Bye for now.